whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Change is good for everybody.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Montana.
Whoa, whoa,
Life better than it.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
When that hate don't work, they start telling lies.
Route99, that's right, Warren Sapp on the mic, doing what you like, giving you what you like, how I like to, because there's only one way to do it, and that's the QB killer way, and that's where we've gone. And last Thursday, the NFL is episode 6. Yes, it is, episode 6. Last Thursday, the NFL break OTAs and mandatory minicamps, and now they're on vacation. So if the NFL is on vacation, then it's time for Sapp to talk his trash. It's time to talk my trash, and it's World Cup time. Go! Yeah. That's right. My daughter is a goalkeeper at the University of Missouri. Proud daddy here. Yep, she's going to a junior year next season, and we should be starting. That's right. And I like go. Not when my daughter's in between pipes, but when she's not, and I'm watching soccer, it's go! It's been a 1-0 day. 1-0. Portugal got by 1-0. Spain got by 1-0, and another one got by 1-0, but I really wasn't paying attention to that. But what I want to talk to you about is the Mexican win over Germany. The defending World Cup champs come in, and, I have a little friend of mine who happens to be German, and I happen to be in the company around this person, and they were really upset that I was going for Mexico. Just mad. I mean, what? Mexico, what? I'm like, listen, first of all, my middle name is Carlos, and I love tequila. And if you know anything about this Mexican team, they won the 17 and under championship a couple years ago, and they've been waiting to get on the stage all together, and the world's been waiting on these boys to come, and they made the earth move in Mexico City when they scored. And if you don't believe it, come on now, let's stop this. We made the ground move in Seattle when Marshawn Lynch made the run in the playoffs, and that was just a stadium full of people. We talking about a whole country in the World Cup. See, you don't feel that kind of that kind of love and that kind of passion to where our whole country is rooting for one team at one time, and that team comes through. I mean, I would have loved to see if like the Miracle on Ice would happen like now, like the American hockey team go beat the Red Machine like that. I mean, that's basically what the Mexican young fellas just did the other day in defeating to the great German Machine, the defending World Cup champion. I mean, I had Mexico the whole time. I mean, they played a great game. I mean, you can't be mad about it. And Messi, Lionel Messi. I mean, I've listened to the debate for years because my daughter loves Cristiano Ronaldo, and I think it's because he's just a beautiful young fella. And he scored again today. That man has scored 4 goals in 2 games. I mean, he's lighting it up right now. I think the debate between, and he joined Elite Company being the 4th player ever in the history of the World Cup to score in 4 different World Cups. And when you join a company of Pele, Lionel Messi, let's not even have this discussion about who's the best soccer guy right now because it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He on fire. But Messi, I mean, the penalty kick. I mean, come on. He's missed, 5 out of 10 in his last 10 penalty kicks? You can't have a golden boot and do all this lovely stuff and then get in that position right there and not come through for your team. They behind the 8 ball. They got a tie. And then Japan showed up and whooped on Colombia. Oh, my goodness. I know my poor place down there, South America, just rocking right now. Well, at least they got the election over in Duque won. That's right. I know about the Colombian election. Yeah, that's my place. I like it. It's beautiful down there. They lost to Japan. Japan got them early, and they got a red card. Get a red card early, you lose a man. You got to go 11-10. That was a hard one. But they did get back and get 1-1, but they couldn't hold on. So the World Cup's in full swing. I'm happy because I wake up every morning and there's beautiful athletes running around. Well, they faking too. Faking and flopping. But, hey, if I weighed 170 pounds and I run around and somebody stuck their foot on top of my foot, I might fake like it was broke too. If it was going to help my team get a yellow card or a red card, get somebody out of the game, and I was the star, I guess I'd flop around too. I'd do a little Jordan flopping and a little Bron flopping or whatever else you want to call it, but I'd do it to help my team. If I can fool the referee, I got him. I went to an acting school too like the rest of them. All right. Tom Brady say he wants to play till he's 45. I'm 45 right now, and I haven't played in 10 years, Tom. More power to you, baby. If you got the ability to go drop back and throw that thing and handle it, and you got a beautiful wife, beautiful family, and championships under your belt, go ahead, baby. Go ahead and submit the greatest quarterback ever to play the game. No doubt about it. You got my vote already. Aaron Donald wants to reset the market for non-quarterback. You know what? I look at this, and I have a problem with the Los Angeles Rams, and somebody in the front. You know, I like Les. Les does a good job, and my girl Carol's over there. Hey, Carol. You know, some of them in their front office has got a good football mind and good football people, but I have an issue with not paying the defensive player of the year and then bringing one of the worst teammates in the last 10 years, other than T.O. We'll exclude the Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. We'll exclude him. And come on, get your jacket, man. I'm not going to stop on you, Terrell. You got to come get your jacket, man. Come on, walk the gauntlet. There's 130 of us coming. 130. Ooh, that's a big number. That might be more than what was at the 50th anniversary. I got to check on that one. I got to check with my historian, Joe Horrigan. But, you know, back to Aaron Donald. You know, when you're the defensive player of the year, I remember when back in 98 I went to my first Pro Bowl, and there was John Randall, Dana Stubblefield, myself. Eric Swan was one of the premier defensive tackles. He didn't make the Pro Bowl that year. I beat him out and got with the other three guys. But all four of us was up for a contract at the same time. And I remember this, and I'm sitting back as the youngest one in the group, and I'm like, hey, you know, let them pave the way, and then it's time for the young fella. You know, let's put the crown on my head and tell me I'm the highest paid defensive tackle, and let's move on. Because the last time I checked, when you're the young guy, you get the benefit of the doubt because they pay on potential, and I have more potential as a younger guy. I was 6 years younger than them guys. So, long story short, I became the highest paid defensive tackle in the game. 6 years, 36.05, 36,050,000. The 50,000 was to beat Dana Stubblefield, who had a 6-year, $36 million deal. So I won by 50,000. So, hey, whatever it is, you get the number, you become the highest paid game, and that's what Aaron Donald is deserving of after putting up the years he's put up in the National Football League. And then you put Ndamukong Suh on the same defensive line, and now you don't want to pay the man? I got a real problem with that. You get to the playoffs, have a home playoff game, and then you lose it to the Atlanta, and now you put a guy in there who went to the playoffs one game, won one, I think, then went down to Dallas and lost, and has never seen any part of the playoffs since then, and is now one of the worst teammates. Been a worse teammate since he was at Nebraska. The linemen there didn't like him. So I'm trying to figure out if you're trying to build a franchise and a championship team because you have your quarterback, you have your running back, and a lovely running back you have in Ty Gurley. What up, boy? That Gurley can go. And I saw Goff at the Pro Bowl and sat with him and the lineman riding from practice one day, and he's a lovely young man with a lovely arm, and you building a man, come on, man, stop this. You're not building a stadium to put one of the worst teammates of all time in there. You're just not doing it. And if you want to destroy your team, that's what you're going to do. The Falcons are mad at Julio Jones for hanging out with T.O. There it is again. Terrell, come on, man. You wanted the 300 and plus, just 300 and a couple more to be immortalized and have a bus that if you sat on your front lawn and allowed all the elements of winter, spring, summer, fall. Well, I'm down in Florida. I just get a little hurricane every now and then and maybe a tornado, but ain't too much winter coming to me. Ain't no snow going to hit my bus. But it will last for 40,000 years. So when them aliens that I'll be hearing y'all talk about that's out there, that's waiting on the signal and they're sending the car out there playing all kind of crazy music for them, when they get here, they're going to see them bus in the Hall of Fame and they're going to be like, oh, they must were gods because they built a bus to them and arranged them in a certain place. And it's the most inspiring place on earth. That's right, the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. Book your summer visit. It's going to be a party. And hopefully Terrell Owens is going to bring somebody in there and have us a nice little party with him. But I know Ray Lewis is going to do it. And I know Randy Moss got the boy from Rand, West Virginia coming through that thing. And I know Brian Urlacher got him and his hair treatment people coming. And I know the boy from Jacksonville, Brian Dawkins. Yes, sir. Yep, that Duval. Duval finna be screamed at Canton, Ohio. What? Come on, man. Stop playing that game, man. And the Brazil brother, he been waiting a long time to be recognized for his work. I know he finna have him an old school party. I'm definitely going to swing through there because they going to have some of that good old scotch and maybe a little yak over there. Ooh, I'm definitely going to go swing by there. A couple cigars. You crazy. Bobby Bethel, I'm coming through your party too. That's right. See, that's the beauty of being a Hall of Famer. When you have your gold jacket, that gets you in every party going. And yes, sir, buddy, I like to party. And it is a good time in the middle of the summer. Route 99. And you look back on your children and, what? At no point ever in my life could you have taken them babies from me if I had them with me and we were rolling somewhere and we were going somewhere and I roll up and you all, what? Listen, man, take my life, but don't take my babies, man. That ain't even something to play with. And you talking about people who running from M13, MS-13, and gang members, and they trying to recruit their kids at 7 and 8 years old. I mean, it's tough enough to teach a 16, 17-year-old black man to drive down the road, and when you get pulled over, to turn the light on in the middle and put all 10 fingers up on the steering wheel and make the police come up on you and look at you like, what are you doing that for? You know, you gotta diffuse the situation. And if you don't have to tell your son that, then be gracious. Be real gracious that you don't have to teach your son that. But when you're talking about a 8, 9, 7, 8, 9-year-old, and when I'm trying to get him away from gang members, and you know, if the old lady even half cute, if they going after the child, they going after the woman too. So both of them got to get out of there because that's no place for nobody to raise no child. And if these people track from Guatemala all the way up through there and it take a month to get to the door, and then we tell them when they get to a port of entry, ain't enough people there to work there and you got to come back. Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. That's about as worse as sitting around waiting on the damn cable man when they telling me from 8 to 12. That's some shit I can't understand either. Why is it that damn, why it take that long? We need that many more cable men as we need people on the border to get these people in? I mean, come on, man. But then the orange orangutan finally done realized that this ain't right. And I guess one of the ladies in his life, maybe his old lady, because she put out a half-ass statement, you know, like, this just ain't right. But, I mean, come on, man. The kids, man. There's no reason for you to separate a little bitty child from their parent. And then the people you have caring for the kids in these tender age facilities. Tender age facilities? What? My baby's about to turn 21 and one of them turned 21 and they still at a tender age. They ain't ready. Definitely ain't ready. Don't give me no child that's running from something and looking to mom for comfort, and then you got the people in here can't even touch them and comfort the baby and want to hand them a toy or hand them a book. Come on, man. And half of them don't speak the language. Come on, man. We putting a scar on these children. And I've heard Melania say, the children, we must protect the weakest of us. And I know what my Bible say. So let's don't play this game. Let's get this thing together. And the orange orangutan done signed the executive order, and because I'm just sitting here, I can't stop it. Congress has to stop it. This was the Democrats. Fool, this was your policy. Stop playing this mindless game that you playing with yourself, because the rest of us watching this looking like, okay, really? Come on, man. That camera is rolling. Get off the echo chamber. Get out of the echo chamber. But let's protect the kids, man, and let the people get in the amnesty courts, and anybody that's a criminal, send them back. I'm definitely with that now. No, leave your criminals on the other side over there. But bring me you're hurting and you're afflicted and you're wounded, and definitely the children, because we got plenty of room over here for them, and I know their parents will work. No doubt about it. Route 99, the NFL is on vacation, so I'm going to talk about the one thing I do know and love more than anything else, because I bleed orange and green, and that's the University of Miami. And get ready for Texas, because Fat Boy's coming September the 2nd. LSU, Coach O, that's right, you baby. That's right. You better get that candy ass ready, because we coming. And I'm going to be there to watch that damn thing, because LSU Tigers and my Hurricanes kick this thing off in Dallas, Texas. Holy smokes, in the Jones Mahal. If you've never been to Dallas, Texas Stadium that he built, Holy Toledo. I'm going to go check out Mercedes-Benz Stadium this year because they say that thing is even nicer. And then we got September the 8th, we got Savannah State. Must play the Children of the Blind. Toledo Rockets, the 15th. FIU, Bush Davis, Kenny Holmes. Yeah, there's some old Canes over there. They doing a good job. North Carolina, Michael Jordan, you want to make a bet? October. You already know what come up in October. It's the girls' school west of the Swanee. I don't care. They don't have enough. They just don't have enough. Then we got Virginia on October the 13th. Boston College, October the 26th. Duke, November the 3rd. Georgia Tech, the Ramblin' Wreck. They always give us trouble with that damn option. Hope we got our assignment football down. Then we got to go on the road again to Virginia Tech, hokey land. And then we got a date with Destiny. That's around Thanksgiving. Let me see what that is. November the 24th. Is that Thanksgiving? No. You got excited, fat boy. 2 days after Thanksgiving. So we're going to see who didn't eat the turkey and get fat and not get themselves out of shape because you're going to have to go to work, boy, up there. Ooh, Pittsburgh, we at home. It's right here at the crib. Ooh, everybody, let's come out. We got to get them. Ooh, we got to finish this thing off right. That'll be a nice little, that's a nice present for all of us down here in South Florida. We get the Pitt Panthers in our backyard, but we got to finish off Georgia Tech and the Hokies on the road because Blacksburg, Virginia is not an easy place to play. No doubt about it. So we got the Canes schedule and everything situated. And right now we got a quarterback battle going on down in Coral Gables. I don't know much about it because I'm trying to get close to the new D-line coach because I was watching him doing a little training on a post somebody put up in front of me. And I was watching the D-line, good hand placement, good shot, good violence. Came off, and then he just did nothing. And I'm like, wait, where's the rep? You got to finish that. You done did all that work. Don't drop your arms and look like sausage man walking off. I have a real problem with that. If you're going to do all that damn work, catch the ball, or break through the line as a running back and you running the ball, finish the damn play. Go score. I mean, practice supposed to be harder than the game. Practice supposed to be the place where you take and torment yourself. Because if you don't torment yourself, then nobody knows how hard you going in practice but you. And that's the one thing I've always prided myself on whenever I got into something. I totally engulfed myself into it to where there would be no judge other than me because I'm the only one to know if I was out there bullshitting and lying to myself or lying to the tape or lying to coach like, oh, no, I ain't see that, coach. I ain't see that motion. You know damn well you saw the motion. The feet went right in front of you. Well, you didn't hear the feet? It's amazing. I've always said this. If you ever want to hear a person lack conviction, ask them why they did something on a play. But if you want to see them lie to themselves and totally just flip themselves inside out, ask them to explain their actions on that play. And then every time they get to explaining, you take them back to what they know about the play. And my great coach, Rod Marinelli, taught me something. A lot of people know what to do, but very few people do what they know.
When that hate don't work, they start telling lies.
Route99, baby, and we're going to start a new one this week on episode 6. We're going to call it Sapisms. And the Sapism of the week this week is horses do not make sheep. In the way I just got to the Sapism, I was just sitting in there in the bathroom having a good time, getting about 10 pounds lighter. You know what I'm saying? And I was looking at my Instagram, and my man, Mike Evans, got a brand new baby over there. He's like, I ain't seen her in 2 weeks, and she couldn't feed herself, and now I come back, and I told him, I say, every day you're going to get a new baby in there, but horses do not make sheep. Hey, baby, they put the biggest and the strongest on the boat. You had to be extra special to get off at the last stop.
Whoa.
Fat boy finna go do a whole lot of golf and fishing. That's right. It's that time of the year. The babies is off. My little girl's up there training. Fat boy's training for his little football thing he got going. Yeah, he had 13 sacks last year, All-State. And I haven't even taught him how to use his hands yet. So I'm going next week, teach him how to use his hand. I'll give y'all a report. But I'm going fishing in the meantime because 2 weeks ago I went down. If you check the Instagram at Warren Sapp, please. And if you checking the Instagram at Route99 Podcast, Leave under your comments what you'd like me to talk about or what you heard in the show. I do read them and I will reply. So if you say something wild, I will get back at you. That's right. The internet is undefeated, but I will throw some punches back at him. That's just how it's going to go. And I went down to Costa Rica because there's a couple, well, there's more than a couple. There's a list of fish that if you like fishing, you must get on the line and pull out of the water a nice size one. And I got my rooster fish the other day down in Costa Rica. Oh, my goodness. I went down there. The thing was like a shark swimming in the water with 3 fins up top. I mean, because he got the little hair up top. That's why they call him the rooster fish. And for all you people out there asking me if I ate him or all of that, no, I released him because the people told me if I take him home and cook him, he's going to taste like beef jerky. And if your fish tastes like beef jerky, leave him in the water and let somebody else catch him because it's one of those bucket list fish. And speaking of bucket list fish, there's 5 for me. There's 5 bucket list fish. And that's a marlin, a black, a white, or blue one. A sailfish, a short-billed spearfish, that's the rarest. You got to go out to Hawaii. I got that one on my birthday. Last trip I went out to Hawaii. I went on a Christmas trip for my birthday. December 19th, that's my birthday. You can send me all the wishes on the internet. No, if you got my address, send me something nice. Because I was looking at some good gifts the other day. Some soft science shoes, fishing shoes. I want the camo green, camo ones, the Digit Camo. Hook me up. A striped marlin and a swordfish. Those are the 2 that are off the list that I haven't gotten. Swordfish, striped marlin, and a black marlin. Swordfish, striped marlin, black marlin. That's what's left for me. If anybody know where I can find them 3 fish, please call me at 1-800-SAP-FISHING. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start a new call line for y'all to tell me where can I find these fish. Because other than a rooster, there's a couple other fish that you really want to have on your list. That's a wahoo. If you go out to Hawaii, they're going to call it an ono. You got to get a tarpon so you can see him get up and tail dance for you. Got to get you an African pompano. And when you get you an African pompano, you'll know what I'm talking about. You're talking about one of the big, shiniest, prettiest fish in the sea. And then when you chop him up into nice squares and put him in that nice batter and fry him, oh, my God, fried African pompano chunks. Ooh. And if you ever go to Castaways down in Marathon, Florida, tell Big John I sent you. Have your oyster Moscow to start it off in fried African pompano chunks. No doubt about it. Tuna. If you know anything about fishing, you got like wicked tuna. My man TJ, I just went fishing with his brother Mike, and I saw Pops up there, Father Ops, and I saw Moms. We went and had lunch with them. Had Mako Shark Pizza made at Wits End over there in Rockaway, New York. You got to go check it out. It's just, it's just one of them restaurants. It doesn't look like much off the beaten path right down the corner, but trust me, you walk in this place, it has some of the best pizza, some of the best. Oh, the steak was off the glass, the bone in. Oh, my goodness. You know what? I'm going to post a picture for y'all, that bone in. That thing was so lovely. That's just what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to post that picture. I'm going to do it. And a dolphin. You got to go. Mahi, dolphin fingers, Dorado. You got to have one of them on the line, a nice one. The tuna. Monster yellow, the big blacks, and the big blue. You got to go up to Prince Edward Island, and my man with the Lucas Mitchell up there, he does a wonderful job up there catching fish. See, the thing I love about fishing is I got a cold beer and a tight line going out. And it really ain't a tight line yet until they yank on it, but it's a firm line because I can feel it. You know, sometimes I'm bottom fishing for a big mutton or, you know, a grouper or a Goliath, something to pull up, look like a Volkswagen. That's just what happens. And when the line goes tight, and I place my beer in my holder, and I go to work, I never know what's on the line. That's the beautiful thing. You know, like all week long when I was playing football, I knew who was on the line. I knew who was the quarterback. I knew who was the target. I knew what it was on third down. I knew who was the running back. When I'm out there in that water, the phone is on airplane mode because ain't no sense in looking for a signal. Ain't there? No. Not too many times you're going to go fishing and go fishing with something that's worthy of being caught and you're going to have a phone signal. For all you on the side of the bridges that's sitting there be doing that, that's all right. And I understand that sometimes where you got to go back to where it's the bad essence because I was up in the Poconos this weekend, and I went to the Bad Essence. I'm going to post this picture for y'all, too. I just went to the spot. My man was out to my going, paddle boat ride. I'm like, paddle boat ride? Man, you know how bad my hip hurt right now, dog? I ain't thinking about moving nothing. And then they done fired me up a nice gentleman's Jack and Diet Coke. I'm like, what? I'm on Jack and Coke. Gentleman Jack, that is. That's that lovely. You got to go for, hey, man, go get the good stuff, man. You know, if you're going to drink Hennessy, go get you some XO Hennessy. Don't drink the regular Henny. And I don't drink Henny, you know, because my roommate, Ryan Collins' mother told me, no, don't drink that cheap shit, Sap. I said, oh, God. I said, Miss Collins, oh, God, what happened? Don't bring that cheap shit in my house. So I learned my lesson as a young man. My 21st birthday, I brought the Henny up in that thing, thought I was going to drop it off Miss Collins' house and, you know, have a little Thanksgiving. You know, it's my first time I'm able to go to the liquor store to buy and come in the house and put it on the table. She ran me out of there with that Henny. You don't get your ass out of here with that cheap shit out of my house. I said, oh, my goodness, that'll let you know right there. That's the way that goes. So there it is. So, you know, I get my drink on, and the line is tight, and I'm going. And you have to take everything out your mind when this line is tight, because you have to keep the line tight. Because if you ripping lips out there on bass fishing, the more pulling and yanking you doing, the bigger that hole is getting where that hook is in his mouth. Same thing when you out and fishing, especially when you're fishing for marlin or something like that, that's fighting like they fighting and jumping like they jump. You got to have a good technique. Take everything out your mind. Watch your line. Make sure you're threading it properly as you're bringing it in. If he taking line, let him take line. Well, let him wear himself out. But then when it's time for you to go, you go. Boat backing up, getting wet. Oh, my goodness, you got to concentrate. You got to focus in. And then when you finally at that moment where you got that leader up there and the line changes color for you, oh, my God. You got deep color? There's nothing like it. I can't even describe to you in the 102.5 sacks that I had in the National Football League. That's right, playoffs counted. I'm not counting 96.5 with 96 and 6 more, because I can't leave my world championship out, and playoff football is where they first knew me at. If I didn't have that game against Brett Favre up in Green Bay in the divisional playoff and we were talking trash all day, nobody would never know who I is. So I'm not leaving them 3 sacks that day alone either. So I can't even describe to you, except like before the play. Like we was talking about how much I weigh, and I'm like, what, you think you can outrun me? He was like, what? I'm like, oh, you're going to get a shot to prove it today, and I'll prove to you can't outrun me. But then when I was chasing him and I grabbed his jersey and I pulled him and yanked him and got the sack and slammed him on the ground, there's no moment of pause. There's no moment of I got him, because I don't have him. And I have that same feeling with the fish. But it's so much more visual and so much more, like I can share the moments. That's why I love fishing. That's why I love it. It's the only place in the world where I can turn my phone off for 4 hours and not worry about too much and get everything you want out of life and basically sit there and feed yourself. Because if you teach a man to fish, he can eat for a lifetime. But if you feed a man fish, he eats for that one day. Route99. Episode 6. Yeah, your boy Sap checking in and letting y'all know what the travel plans is. Going to check Bo Jackson in another celebrity golf outing. I guess when you were two-sport all-star like he was, you can have 2 celebrity weekends, because it has to be 2 different kinds, baseball and football. But I guess, you Bo Jackson, you can do whatever you like, and he's wonderful, and all the good stuff he does for the charity, I'm always in. Rich Eisen, his birthday's coming up. I got to wish my man, my humble host, Rich Eisen, a happy birthday. I'm going to wish my quarterback, Kurt Warner, a happy birthday on the 22nd of June. That's my man. 24th, Rich Eisen. Hey, birthday celebration. Shout out from the QB killer. Route99. What's up, baby? Hold on.